Welcome to your community update. I'm Angela Stepp. Thanks so much for joining us today. Well, it is a toasty firecracker kind of day out there on Wednesday. We are always glad that you are joining us live at noon, but we appreciate it when you catch a re-air of the program, whether it's here on WSOT TV, the broadcast TV station, channel 27-1, or online, one of our streaming platforms. You can find us on Facebook and on YouTube. Just search for WSOT on YouTube and you will find us. All right, well, I have a very special guest here with me in the studio today, and then I've got some announcements that I need to share with you pertaining to the city of Marion, and then there's some great events that are happening throughout Grant County. We'll be talking about those here shortly, but first and foremost, we want to make sure that you have a chance to hear from our in-studio guest today. His name is Bob Jackson, and he is the director from the Grant County EMA. Bob, welcome. Thanks for being here on the update.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, tell us a little bit about why you're here today, because I know when you're here, there's something important that people need to pay attention to and be aware of. So what are we going to be sharing with folks today?
Grant County has currently been issued a excessive heat warning.
Yes, a warning.
We're one of the few counties in the state that actually are in the warning category. It's important, and we will make sure that we give folks some information how to deal with that, how to prepare for it, and this will stretch out for several days. So there again, it's when we have a period of time like that, even through the night when it doesn't cool off, that starts to take a toll pretty quick.
It does. So why don't we just jump right in on that, because I know that whenever there's a concern about excessive temperatures, whether it be on the heat or the cool side, that does have impacts to people, not only professionally, but as recreationally, and as well as events and things that are happening around in the community. So we're dealing with something, as you just pointed out, an excessive heat warning.
Yes.
Now that is different than an advisory.
Correct.
How much more serious is a warning versus an advisory in this category?
So it is a step above it. It is more serious, and there again, just because we're in a period of time where it's going to go on for several days, and not having that ability to cool off at night. So it's a good time to, there again, we always want everybody to have a kit and be prepared for winter, for summer, for spring. This is that summer kit we're talking about. Making sure that you're planning, you're hydrating well. Water and something with electrolytes in it is very good. Watching out for your neighbors, your friends, particularly people that are vulnerable, elderly, the little ones, people that don't typically have good shelter. So we do have some cooling centers that are open in the city.
So glad you referenced that. I was wondering.
So St. Martin's is open. Their normal business hours. And so is the YMCA. You can go there, you can cool off, spend some time there and do their normal working hours. And then Grant County Rescue Mission is 24/7 for those folks that maybe need a place to go at night, weekends, those kind of things.
So all three of those cooling centers that are located in the downtown region of Marion, Indiana.
Yes.
So if folks need to find out more about that, can they go to a specific website or social media page to learn?
On our website, Grant County EMA's website, the Sheriff's Department is sharing that as well.
Okay.
Put that out to some of the local media. You're a great partner for us to do that too.
Always glad to help.
Yeah, this is a good outlet for that. So
good.
Some of the other things, folks that have animals,
Yes.
have to give some extra time and care to them. This is not a good time for those to be left outside. Make sure that they have plenty of water to drink, that they can get in out of the sun and the elements.
I can imagine not only from just your household pets, let's just say our little furry friends, right? Dogs, cats, etc. Make sure that they've got, like you said, the water, some kind of shade, some kind of airflow, so that they can try to stay cool. Absolutely. And just be mindful of their well-being.
Absolutely.
As well as if you may have, let's we go to the agriculture section of the community and know that we have the 4-H fair happening in Grant County right now. I'm sure that this impacts farmers who have livestock.
Absolutely does. So we know at the fairgrounds they have fans blowing, those kind of things. And unfortunately, we have the fair, I should say fortunately, we have the fair every year this time of year. So there again, we go over the plan with the folks that run the fair, the Purdue Extension agents and all that. So they do a very good job of taking care of the animals there. Same as farmers. It's stress, adds stress to the animals, so therefore, milk production, those kind of things get affected. So they're always doing a good job of taking care of that.
That's an important thing, I think, that a lot of folks that may not be into agriculture may not be aware of the fact that that does impact, like you just said, like if you're talking about cattle, for example, milk production, right, is impacted. It's not, nobody wants to do anything, right?
Sure. Yeah, they're no different than us.
Exactly. So let's talk for just a moment. We've got a couple of graphics that we're going to pop up on the
Very
screen
good.
as we're talking. So right now, excessive heat, it's dangerous. So what you were just saying as far as what we can do, check on friends,
Absolutely.
neighbors, elderly, folks that you are aware of in the community that might need some, like just a nice cold bottle of water, or if somebody is out of air conditioning, maybe invite them into your home so they can off, or take a fan to them. I'm assuming the airflow from a simple box fan would help in this situation.
Absolutely. Open windows, and they're getting some air movement. You mentioned keeping that air moving and across your body. They're staying hydrated.
Yeah.
All those things make a big difference. Air conditioning is obviously the best thing.
Always. So another thing then we want to talk about is just things that we can do to stay safe. Now, you mentioned something about, you've always been very good advocate for making sure that we can be prepared. In the wintertime, we make sure that when we're traveling that, we have the necessary warm travel items and things packed in our vehicles, et cetera. What do we do in the excessive heat? Because you don't typically think, okay, there's a lot of danger associated with a warm temperature. What should we be doing to prepare?
Make sure you have some water. If you're traveling and you have car trouble, anything, you get stranded alongside the road, again, call 911. Make sure people know where you are. If you do get stranded, you can call 911, but have that water available. There again, this is a time when if your car is stuck in the middle of the sun, we want you to leave that and find a shade tree, find some kind of shelter where we can get out of that sun. We're in the wintertime, we would tell you don't do that, stay with your car.
Right.
This is a different situation, obviously.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because that is something that pops up quickly. The heat, when you are in your vehicle and the vehicle is shut off, even if you have the windows open, that vehicle just kind of becomes like a little oven.
Very quickly.
And that's something that I think maybe can catch us off guard at how fast something can heat up. So I'm imagining, though, if you have children, pets that you like to take with you when you're running a quick errand, maybe this is not the best time of year to just pop in to grab something in the store and pop back out. Even if the windows are open, it's going to be a little too hot for them.
We think just a couple minutes. It literally takes just a matter of minutes for that to go bad, or you can be distracted some other way, and there again, somebody's going to be left in the car. And some other good tips, particularly for people with smaller children. For women, put that purse in the back seat. You won't forget that. Put your cell phone back there so that when you do get out of the car, something else is reminding you to go check that back seat.
That's an excellent piece of advice. Make sure you put something that you know you're going to need back there so that you don't get distracted if you've got maybe your little furry family member, in the back seat or something.
Absolutely.
I've got a silly story, but this is maybe a helpful story for folks too. So, in the wintertime, we know, you were just talking about keeping, water in the vehicle. And I always think water, beverages, something, carbonated can of soda. Well, we know not to do that in the winter because, cold temperatures, it's going to freeze and then your can will burst. Well, I learned something that I wasn't thinking, and I thought, I'm going to bring an extra can of soda or, fizzy, whatever, so that I can have something to drink later because it's hot and I want to make sure I have something extra. And I left it in the car. Well, I did crack my window just a teeny bit. But do you know that can of soda can burst in the hot temperatures
Really?
just as easily as it will freeze and burst? Yes, I learned that. So thankfully it wasn't a sugary one, so it wasn't so sticky. It was easy to clean. But yeah, I had a can of carbonated beverage burst in my vehicle. And that can be a very dangerous thing too, especially if you don't think about it, because I looked at the other cans that were there too. The lids had all kind of misshapen and formed outward, and I thought, oh my goodness, that's going to be a tricky thing to open. And anyway,
That's a
so
good testament.
my little silly story, right?
Good testament of just how much heat is generated in the vehicles that can do that.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. So I'm really glad that you are sharing with folks about the importance to be aware and the fact this is something that we should be taking serious. We mentioned the 4-H fair.
Yes.
We know that that's going on for folks. If you, we do have events that we'll be talking about here, but the 4-H fair is going on right now through June the 22nd. They're at the Grant County 4-H Fairgrounds. Bob, that's out 1403 East State Road 18
Yes.
for folks who are interested. And they've got everything from music, food, all the different events that are happening, different things happening all throughout the day and into the evenings sometimes. And do we need to be aware of the heat in that setting? Is there something that we need to be doing to make sure that we're safe when we're going out to these large events like this?
Absolutely. Plan ahead. I would start hydrating long before you get there.
Yeah.
That really does make a difference. We can only absorb water just so fast, but we lose it quickly when we start sweating. So they're plan ahead a little bit, hydrate. You'll have a much better time at the fair. You'll enjoy your time, and that's what we want everybody to do.
And I imagine from the emergency management end of things that anytime we have a big event like the 4-H fair, that is something that requires some planning on your part.
Absolutely.
In preparation for all of the guests that we're going to be having in the community. You've been pretty busy with that?
We do. We plan with the folks that run the fair every year. We have a standard plan that we get out and review every year. There again, this year with the excessive heat, little extra plans, and there is a chance for storms each afternoon.
Thank you for sharing that.
We will be looking and monitoring that as well.
So how concerned should we be about those storms?
It's minimal at this point, although summertime in Indiana, when you have this kind of heat and humidity, storms can pop up. We actually had a couple pop up yesterday.
We
in
did,
the county.
didn't we?
Yes, so they can quickly come on. The National Weather Service does a good job of monitoring that for me, let me know, and then we communicate with the folks at the fair. And I know that Nixle is one of your favorite things.
We have promoted
Yes.
Nixle over and over. It is one of my favorite things, and it's something that I really appreciate to have that resource. It is so nice to know that there is a warning system in place that is provided free from the county that I can rely on, that I know that if I subscribe to that service, I'm not going to be bothered with unnecessary information. My information isn't going to be shared,
Absolutely.
but I can have peace of mind to know that when a message does rarely and randomly appear in my text messages or in my email, I should be taking some precautions. So I really appreciate that service is available. Folks, if you are not familiar with Nixle, it is, as I was just sharing, a free subscription service that Grant County provides for its residents. All you do is you text your zip code to 888-777, and that will enroll you into the Nixle messaging alert system. And again, it's just information that you need to know for your well-being. It's Bob, it's a public safety kind of announcement system.
Yes.
So inclement weather, you'll maybe occasionally get like an Amber Alert or something like that, but it's very selective information. It's just for your zip code area.
Yes.
It's not a blanket. It's not all over the state. It's just where you are.
Information you need to know when you need to know it.
Yes. Yeah, which is so nice because we kind of are in a system of information overload nowadays, right? We've got all the social media and everything else, and it's interesting. I can look at my cell phone and try to get my weather apps and see what the weather's going to be, and I don't have any indication from my weather apps that we're going to have pop-up thunderstorms, not until maybe later in the week. But here you have information, direct line to the National Weather Service.
We do.
And you're able then to get the message out to us. So folks, again, I know I rattled that off real quick, but again, if you want to subscribe, now this will enroll them into text messages, and if they want, they can opt in for email as well.
Correct, you can. So the lesser important information, we usually send it in an email. But warnings and advisories, you'll receive a text message.
And I really appreciate that, so that if it's not something that is a pressing, immediate need response now, you're just going to send a softer communication via email.
And that's that preparedness part of it. You can plan ahead.
It's a great, great resource. And folks, again, so that you know, grab your phone, text your zip code. So if you live in the 46952 or 46953 zip codes, text your zip code to 888777. So 888-777, and that will enroll you into the Nixle service. And you do not get spam or any other unwanted communications. It's just for your own benefit and well-being. Well, Bob, we've covered a lot of things. Is there anything else that we need to touch base on today while we've got you here with us in studio?
I know you did a good job of covering everything. There again, it's hot. Plan for it. Take time, be cool, watch out for one another, and we'll all get through this together.
Yeah, I'm so thankful that you took the time out of your busy schedule. You're a very busy guy, so thank you for coming, sharing this information, and helping to keep everybody safe.
Absolutely, I do appreciate all your help. Everybody here is great and helping spread the word.
Well, it's a privilege to be able to help, so thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that was Bob Jackson. He is the Grant County Emergency Management Agency Director, and it is always a joy to have him here in studio, and we are always thankful when he shows up because we know he is bringing relevant, important information that you need to be aware of, and so that is always something that we want to make sure to put as a priority first and foremost in our community update information. Again, as I mentioned earlier, if you are watching us on television, we are broadcasting on WSOT TV. It's Sunnycrest Outreach Television. Television station's been broadcasting into Marion, Grant County, and throughout north central Indiana for 40 years. It is an outreach ministry of Sunnycrest Baptist Church, and we are so glad that you are watching us right now live. I will also let you know that not only are you able to watch us on off-air free TV, Antenna TV, 27-1 is our channel, but you can catch us on a handful of other local cable systems. Like, for example, if you are in the Marion Gas City area, you have Spectrum Charter Communications Cable or Channel 3. So we're pretty easy to find that way. But if you would like to watch what we are sharing with you on demand when it's more convenient for your schedule, though we do rebroadcast this again at 5:30 and at 10:30 on Wednesdays and also on Sundays. But if you want to watch on demand, you can find us online. Now, you may be familiar with us on the Sunnycrest Baptist Facebook page. That is something that you can still, if you're familiar with us, you can still find a link to our streaming page, which is now a YouTube channel. Just look us up at WSOT-TV on YouTube, and you'll find our channel there. Something new that we've incorporated because we've had folks that wanted to be able to find us on the YouTube platform, and so we are glad to be able to start offering that to you. We are currently working to build our channel playlist there on YouTube, and we'll be bringing in some new programming in the near future that's going to be local programming here in the Marion Grant County area. All right, well, we have just a few minutes left, and I have some more information that I need to share with you about things that are happening in the city of Marion and throughout Grant County. So let me jump on to today is Juneteenth. It's June the 19th. And that means that within the city of Marion, as we celebrate the national holiday, that the offices are going to be closed for the city government. That's going to be in celebration of the Juneteenth holiday. Buses will not be running today, this Wednesday, the 19th of June. Marion utility offices will also be closed, and solid waste pickup will run 1 day behind for this week. So just know that that is all going to be happening throughout today, which is Wednesday, June the 19th. Also, there is a crowdfunding page for a project that the city of Marion is wanting to do. The Charles Mill Park, they are trying to raise funds for a park fitness station. And the whole concept for that is to help combat obesity and improve quality of life for Marion residents. So if you want to find out more information about that crowdfunding effort that is going on through July 6, 2024, then you will want to go to the City of Marion website. and just search for, it's in the announcement section, search for the crowdfunding campaign for Charles Mill Park. Also, we want to let you know about some other events that are happening here in the community as well. We have the water tower work for Butler Avenue. Okay, so this is going to be City of Marion, Grant County. Butler Avenue will be closed from State Road 18 westbound to First Street because they are going to be pressure washing the water tower. Now, I know that you've been aware of that because it's been closed for a few days, so if you have to travel in that area, you're probably saying, okay, this is old information, but there is an update that we just received from the City of Marion just yesterday. Butler Avenue will likely remain closed through Friday, June 21st from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. between State Road 18 westbound and First Street because of that pressure washing effort continuing on. So just know that that is something that has been extended. They thought they were going to be done a little earlier, but they've had to extend that out, so we're glad that they're doing a thorough job of that. Also, City of Marion, now this is something I shared last week, but I want to make sure for folks who are just now joining us, maybe you missed last week, City of Marion is now offering a new service. They are going to be offering through Marion Transit, so the busing public transportation system, offering bus service by appointment to and from the Marion Common Council meetings for residents who need transportation. On the first and third Tuesdays of each month, with the exception of certain holidays, of course, they are going to be offering that service to get you to the meeting and to get you home from the meeting. And that's going to be around 7 p.m. in the evening on that first and third Tuesday of each month. Now, if you want to take advantage of that free bus transportation to the Marion Common Council meetings, you will want to schedule by calling this following phone number here no later than noon the day of the meeting. Here's your phone number. It's a local area code 765-668-4445. So that's 765-668-4445. And you can call Marion Transit, schedule your pickup appointment, and they will make sure to get you to the council meeting. Also, City of Marion, they want you to save the date. Who doesn't love a good fireworks display in celebration of the 4th of July Independence Day, right? Well, the City of Marion is going to be having one of the biggest yet celebrations this year on July 3rd. It's the day before. Mater Park in the City of Marion, that's your location. It's going to be happening on that Wednesday night of July 3rd from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. And you are in for a fabulous celebration. We'll be sharing more details about that in the coming days, but just know that if you want to have an outstanding 4th of July Independence Day kickoff on July 3rd, Mater Park is where you're going to want to be starting at 5 p.m. for the biggest yet fireworks and celebration here in the City of Marion. Also, right now, you want to know about a concert that's going to be happening, Fairmount Concerts at the Stage. That's going to be happening this evening from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Soul Shot Band is going to be playing. It's a free concert, and it is on the James Dean Memorial Stage, and anybody that's interested can just come and enjoy a free concert. And do remember, as we were just sharing, about that excessive heat warning that we are currently experiencing. Take some kind of water or beverage with you to keep you nice and cool, and make sure that you bring some kind of shade or something, because that concert is going to be from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. and it doesn't really get dark until about 10 o'clock, so be prepared. Also, speaking of concerts, we have another one coming up in Gas City. Gas City Concerts at the Park. That one is going to be happening on June the 25th, 8 a.m. to 5 or 8. I'm sorry about this. The concert is going to run at 7 p.m. The concert, Under the Stars, in the Gas City Park is free. There's no admission charge. Jay Baker 3 will be sharing the stage at 7 p.m. on June the 25th. And there's going to be vendors and other fun things happening at the park surrounding that. Concerts at the park event in Gas City, Indiana. So that's always fun. And then one more thing we want to make sure to again reference, Grant County 4-H Fair is happening through the 22nd. And again, address for that, 1403 East State Road 18. It's at the Grant County 4-H Fairgrounds. And here at Sunnycrest Baptist Church, I have just a minute left. I want to let you know we are in the midst of our evening vacation Bible school. It's happening right now here at the corner of Miller Avenue and Chapel Pike. The event happens from 6 to 8:30 p.m. every night this week. It's the Great Jungle Journey Vacation Bible School that we have going on here at Sunnycrest. And boy, is it a jungle in here, and it's fun. And we would love for you to bring your kids and let them enjoy a little bit of jungle and Bible fun here at Sunnycrest Baptist Church. Again, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now, if you're used to watching us broadcast our Wednesday night service live at 6 p.m., know that this week we will not have a church service to broadcast. We'll be playing a repeat broadcast from the previous week, but we want to let you know that Vacation Bible School is going to be happening, so we would love for you to bring your kids or your grandkids out here to Sunnycrest. And the address is 2172 West Chapel Pike in Marion, 46952. Like I said, at the corner of Miller Avenue and Chapel Pike, just down the road from General Motors. And we would love to be able to have some fun with your kids this evening and send them home with some smiles, and they'll rest well as well. We have a lot of great activities that are happening here. All right. If you would like to help support the WSOT television ministry, and if our programming that we produce is a blessing to you, then we would greatly appreciate if you would take a moment, stop by our website, sunnycrestchurch.org, click on the donate button and choose WSOT. Your gift of any amount will help us greatly. You do not see advertising on our channel. We are a nonprofit television station, so you're not going to see those long commercial advertisements. It's just programming that airs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it is supported entirely through gifts and donations. And so, again, visit our website, sunnycrestchurch.org, if you would like to help or learn more about this television ministry that's been broadcasting for now over 40 years throughout Marion and North Central Indiana. That's all the time that we have for today. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Community Update. Stay tuned for some more quality family programming that you can trust right here on Sunnycrest Outreach Television. God bless.